Hey everybody, welcome to News by Muse. This is the podcast version of our show. I know you're normally used to the video version, which is on YouTube, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. But we are now bringing what we usually do on the website and all our video products into the audio space. And today we have a great first episode. We have the creator, executive producer of Disney, Primos. She's a fellow Cal State University Fullerton graduate and a Southern California native. We are talking to Natasha Kline, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to News by Muse. I am so excited to talk to this wonderful lady here. She has a new show coming out from Disney called Primos Natasha Kline. Natasha, how I saw the commercial, I saw the intro. That song cannot get out of my head. I showed it to my sister. My sister's all like, okay, I'm singing it throughout the whole day while I'm working.
I'm sorry about that.
Actually, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for us. But where did the idea come from about doing this animated series?
It's all based on my personal experiences, really. It's about growing up in an extended multicultural Mexican American family in the 90s. It's about being my whole family being bicultural. My dad's from the South, he's from Tennessee. My mom's family is from Mexico. My Abuela, that we called her, Abuela, is from Mexico City. So it's all about that. It's all about having this big, bicultural family and all the kind of the fun that kind of comes out of that. It's a very personal story.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that I love to touch on. Tell us a little bit about who you are in your background, because like for me, like I was born here. I'm third generation Mexican American.
Mm-hmm.
And it related to me, and I was like, wow, this is really cool because I haven't seen anything like this before. And I've experienced that growing up in East LA / Rosemead. But but tell us a little bit about your background. We'd love to learn more about you.
Sure. Yeah. I'm also from right outside Los Angeles. I grew up in a place called the Inland Empire. It's a very deserty kind of town. It's full of Mexican American people just like me. There's a big population actually of Mexican American people. And again, my family is huge. We live all over Los Angeles. And we do have that Mexican American foundation. So Wella, as I mentioned, my grandmother was a huge presence in my life. She mostly spoke Spanish, but that didn't make me not connect with her. Like, I think there's always a very special relationship with the grandmother that is your mother's mother, and I had that relationship with her. We were very, very close. And even though I couldn't understand what she was saying all the time, like I knew that she just had nothing but love for me, so she's a very central figure in my life. And yeah, that's my background. I mean, from her came all of my uncles and aunts, and they from them came another, all my primos, my giant family, which is showcased in the series. In reality, I actually have 28 cousins, so the series only focuses on 12, just to kind of like whittle everything down. But being in Los Angeles, I think it's very common to have bicultural families or even biracial families, and all of that is showcased in my actual cousins. So that's definitely what we were trying to portray in the series.
Yeah, and and it's good to hear that because I'm the same way. My grandma spoke mainly Spanish. I never picked it up. Understand it completely, but never picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I have family in Fontana, so I definitely know what you're talking about. And that's the thing. That's why I think it connects to a lot of people like me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was born here. Everybody that I have in Mexico are already gone and have either lived here or they're in other countries. And I love that fact of the family and showing the family dynamic, because that's the best part out of us being Mexican American, is the fact that showing these stories and really telling these stories in a different way. and you have a great cast. And that's the one thing that I want to really touch upon, because right back here in my backyard in Whittier, Melissa Villaseñor's part of your cast.
Oh my
How
gosh.
was it to get her and to get all this great voice talent to be a part of this cast and really lend a voice to these characters?
I feel so lucky that this project has attracted so many people. I think it's because it resonates with them. Like you said, we have a character who, my main character, Tater, actually doesn't speak Spanish. That's why she says "Oye, primos," because it's obviously wrong. But for every single actor who read a script or read the premise, immediately they came in and they were just like, I feel so lucky to have been, a part of this, to be a part of this project. And Melissa felt the same way. Like, she read it immediately, it resonated with her. And we're just so lucky to have her level of talent, because she can sing, she can do impressions, she's just this amazing comedic talent. So I'm just really, really excited for everybody to see her character.
Yeah, same here. Like, I'm excited because, like, anybody who grew up in the San Gabriel Valley and we're seeing this, like, get into this business, we always support, because it's tough. Like, growing up the way we did,
Mhm.
sometimes you feel like you're more like a volleyball. You're not really welcome in Mexico because you're not Mexican, and
Yeah.
you're not welcome in America because you're Mexican, of Mexican descent. So you kind of have this volleyball type of style, and especially if you don't have that accent.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And I love the way you just described that. It definitely feels like you're strung between two worlds,
Mhm,
and you don't even really get to pick which world you get to be a part of, because you're kind of neither nor. I mean, that's what this series is about. It's about a girl who's trying to find her place in life and a place in her family and in her culture. And it's a hard path, but she's very optimistic. She's very positive. She thinks she's going to be able to find herself. And all of her cousins, even though they seem annoying at first, they actually lay down the path for who she becomes, which is true to my story. Like, my cousins and my family, I love them. They were central figures in, like, who I've become. They've always supported my art path. They've always supported me. And that's why I'm so passionate about the story, is, I just want to showcase them, and show them to the world. And I think, once the world sees the show, they'll really love it. And I think they'll find characters that they all resonate with.
yeah, because my sister was a gordita as a kid. She got connected through that automatically right off the bat. And like, I connect too, because when I was a kid, I was the shy, more book heavy type of kid, and I saw myself in one of your characters too. And it's just like, and I think that's the thing that people need to see, is that not everybody is the same. Not
Mhm.
everybody experienced the same thing. We all grew up differently. And that's the one thing I love about your show, because we need more representation in this business. And shows like this and seeing people like you show that anybody could be a part of this business, and we could work hard and really change things. Uh, I want to talk about the animation style, because I love the way the style of the animation. How did that all come about? Because it has a very awesome. It's different. It's something that
Mhm.
I haven't seen that much in animation.
Thank you. That's really kind. Well, the whole thing is based on the area that I grew up in. So again, it's very personal. It's very close to my heart. It's things that I actually saw growing up. And my art director, Ivan Aguirre, he actually grew up like just a few miles away from where I grew up. Like, it was such a weird coincidence. When I first met him, he was like, I grew up in Riverside. And I was like, no way. I grew up in Fontana. So he really understands just the vibe of that area. He understands what the light looks like. He understands that it's hot. There's haze, there's smog, there is just a lot of people that live outside of Los Angeles. So that's really what we're kind of trying to showcase. It's something like you said that I'm hoping has kind of never been seen. And I really do want to shine a spotlight on that kind of community, the LA community that I grew up in, because I think there's beauty there. I'm personally very proud of having grown up there. And I'm just so excited for the world to see it.
Yeah. Do we have a release date yet for Primos?
We do. I don't think it's official. It's been officially announced yet, but we do have a release date.
Awesome. Well, we can hardly wait because I want to be a part of this journey and support you because this is what I grew up with. This is very close to me because of how we grew up. And I like the way the animation style right off the bat. When I saw it, I was like, oh, there's Smog. Well, because like people don't realize like before clean air quality, LA be like that. So it's like, and it was worse for my mom and dad's era when they were here in LA.
Exactly. In the 90s, I remember there used to be like smog days, like you couldn't even go outside. And that's definitely the kind of nostalgia, that we're trying to give root to in this series, is like the days when it's so hazy and smoggy outside that you can't, even go outside because it might be dangerous to your health. So yeah.
Exactly. And Natasha, I think you have a great show. And to be honest, like being somebody who my grandpa worked for Disney back a long time ago, it really does show the diversity and the Disney giving a chance to shows like this and cartoons like this for not only kids to see themselves, but also to allow other people to experience different cultures and different ways of looking at the world. And I think, Natasha, you got a great project here. We in my family are so proud to see somebody like you be a part of this and to put out something that you worked on and really show a little bit about other communities and the way other people live. So thank you so much for doing an amazing job. And we look forward to the show.
Thank you, Michael. That's exactly what I'm hoping for, is that kids will see themselves and be proud of where they're from, no matter where they're from.
Exactly. Thank you so much for talking with us and stopping with us. We will talk more because I'm sure down the line, as we get closer to release, we will talk again with everybody and you got a supporter in us here at MUSE TV. So thank you so much for stopping with us. And we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We're so excited. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Natasha, for talking with us. That was such a great interview, and it's always great to catch up with fellow Cal State Fullerton alumni. I graduated from Cal State Fullerton, and we've had a lot of interns here at MUSE TV who are fellow Cal State Fullerton alumni. It's really good to see our Titans grow and be a part of this industry and really make a name for themselves in this field. I want to also thank Disney and Disney branded television for allowing her to come on board to be able to talk to us about the new program and the new show. If you want to see the trailer, well, technically it's the intro sequence for the new series, you can see it on YouTube. We'll have a link below, and listen to the new theme song because you're going to get hooked with this theme song once you hear it. But once again, I want to say thank you to Natasha. Thank you to Disney branded television. And don't forget to follow us here on News by Muse on all our platforms. You'll be able to listen to this and wherever you like to listen to podcasts. In addition, we have a new episode of Hey Han with Hannah Fletcher out now. And if you find us here on Spotify or any of the podcast stations you listen to, you could find Hey Han as well. We have a great episode coming out. Hey Han drops every Wednesday, so you'll be able to see next Wednesday. We have the amazing Gary Anthony Williams from Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, so stay tuned for that. Catch out right now with an interview with Nick Ray. And we look forward to talking with you again soon. Thank you for listening to News by Muse, and we'll catch you next time here on the podcast. See you soon.